Ah, we're streaming now. Nice one. Oh, it's starting. So it's not quite working. Ah, there we go. It's up now. It is up. So that means it's time to check. To see if it's working. Actually, yeah, if I go on my channel, it might show up. No, not yet. It's on private, so it might be broken for me as well. Oh, I see a preview here. Obviously, I can't tell. Do I have a link to it? There should be a link to it. Live control room. Oh, it's the... no. Events. Apparently one is watching. You know, thought I'd put it on private. There you go. Hello, if someone is watching. I'm just sort of testing at the minute. There will be a public one going live in a minute though. I can't even watch it myself, so it's always fun. I'm trying to make sure it's working, and I can't even watch it myself. It's fantastic. Alright, I think this should be working good, but like I said, I don't know. It's also a nice fact you can stream without talking through game chat now. That's a nice feature. They're at Laguna then, were they? That's pretty cool. And perhaps I can look on Studio. I think I'll be able to just check it, to be honest. Server connection lost, nice. I don't know what my mouse is doing now. My mouse is on top of a cable. These are the kind of things you want to... Oh, well, this is the one I was joining anyway, I think, wasn't it? Oh, I'm in. I'm just in as well. It's always nice. Seems like it's all working, so... What I'll do is start again. Actually, we should be live now. If all has gone to plan, we are now live again. I know I was live a minute ago, if you saw that. I was just testing it. It's supposed to be set to private, but I think it probably still showed up for some people. Maybe, I don't really know, to be honest. If you've seen my streams in the past, you know I'm not very good at streaming. So there you go. Apparently I've got the number 34. Don't know why I've not got my number, but today it's not giving me it. I've not had that issue on PC for quite a while. It's not really sure. Ah, no, I'm... Right, so hopefully we're live now. This should be working. I have been doing some little bits of testing. So if there are any issues, do let me know. But I won't be able to check the chat that often. I'll only be able to check it after races and things like that. So it's a bit of a shame. But yeah, we're just doing some online today. Feel free to join if you want to. It's absolutely fine by me. The more the merrier, really. Let's have a nice full room of riders, really, if you can. So if you've got MotoGP on PC, feel free to join the lobby. Be happy to have you. I really should start doing notice before I do these streams. But, oh, I've just done a big dive bomb on that guy. He's going to get back underneath me, though, so I kind of got comeuppance for it. Whoa, that was a good exit from the Patronus Yamaha. Been hit a little bit by the Repsol. I'm on the inside of the track. I don't want to be. I got a penalty. Guess that's fair. But, you know, I didn't go there by choice. The Patronus has made a bit of a mistake. Kind of people all over the place here through these S's. I'm back down to third again. Oh, that Repsol unders down, but the inside went that Ducati. I'm going to cut back up the inside on the Yamaha. That's where the Yamaha is better, doing things like that. Which is why I like to use it. I've run a bit wide though. Yep, allow the Ducati through, and he's going to get a good run. He's going to get past this guy, and he's parked it on the apex. This guy is really holding everybody up. This trio guy. He got a good exit out the first corner. Oh, I've just absolutely rammed him. I'm going to let him keep the place, because I've just absolutely rammed him. It's not been a nice start, has it? I'm not really sure why I've got the number 34, by the way. I just have. Quite why, again, I don't really know. Because usually it works for me on PC. I got the right book patch, just haven't got the right number. So I might have to go sort that out. It's only a quick fix though, isn't it? MotoGP, I think. Or something like that. Oh, this guy. Right, it's gone a bit wide. Can I try and cut underneath him? Yes, I think we've got him now. Let's just hit us. Bit more contact. We're having lots of contact, me, in this for the Yamaha. He's got back in front of us again. The Ducati in first is really getting away. 204. Well, it's quite a bit better than what I managed to do. Just I was sort of battling the whole time. I know I sort of took his front wheel away from him there, but that was kind of the idea, so that he couldn't get back up the inside. I swear if he gets to he's so good through the first corner. He was good on the first corner through the first lap. But there you go. I think we might finally have him there. Scorpion King has fell off apparently. I feel like I've heard that name before, but I could be wrong. You do sometimes recognise people. I don't really recognise anybody in this lobby though, other than that name, and it could just be me misremembering somebody else's name. I'm sure there's many people with Scorpion in their name, and probably King as well. So, oh, I've gone a bit hot into turn 11. It's crazy to think how you've not even completed 2 sectors yet you're going through turn 11. So many turns on this track. So 1.4 behind, we already put 1.1 into the guy behind us. So you can tell he's definitely holding us up. Scorpion King's had enough and left the lobby. Yep, well apparently I can't ride the bike anymore. I've just locked the rear and completely fell off. And now that, okay, I've just lost the front kind of out of nowhere as well. It's always nice. We cut under whoever that was. The rear tyre is so hot. I don't know what that guy's doing. He's trying to corner cut apparently. Honda around the outside. Try and... Yeah, we haven't got a very good exit compared to him. The rear tyre spinning. Had to leave the inside for him there really, otherwise we would have definitely hit each other. So I think that Ducati's going to win the race. I think it's safe to say, but it's a battle between the rest of us. So we're past 2 Hondas now, although one of them was corner cutting earlier, so I wouldn't put past him to just ram us. Yes, that's exactly what he's done. So we got past 1, so now back up into 3rd. Yeah, the front is not happy here. The rear's too hot and the front's basically too cold. It's 97, which for me isn't hot enough on the front end, so... That's kind of why the bike is a bit all over the place. Ah, what the hell was that? Alright. That was a weird crash, it must be said. Oh, a corner cut for myself there. Yep, 6/10 penalty. Fair. Yeah, so I'll exit the lobby after this because I want to fix my number. But then I'll be back in the lobby. It just annoys me when the number's wrong. For some reason on Xbox it'll never be right. I don't know why. Although I never play that to play in the league anyway, so it's not. I think I'm going to come last in the first race, which is a bit embarrassing, isn't it? And then I get the joy of trying to check the chat after. Because I'm sure there's probably some problem right now. You will have noticed that I've got the controller overlay up. I don't know if that's working right, because I've never even used that before. I think it will be. It looked like it's working pretty good on the preview. But then sometimes you get that. The game also used to stutter. Well, not stutter, but the stream used to freeze whenever I had the game in full screen. For some reason. You'll probably remember that when I tried to do the first impressions stream. Didn't really work out very well for a while. I sat there for about 10 minutes just talking through the menus. And then I checked the chat and everyone was like, what are you doing? Like, because I was just still on the start screen because it hadn't updated. But yeah, so we're about to come last in the first race. Bit of a shame. Mixture of our own fault. Mixture of, well, that guy in front of us holding us up massively. But, you know, it's not against the rules to do that. So, fair play to him. But yes, last place in the first race. It's not exactly making me look that good, is it? But, you know, these things happen from time to time, don't they? So everything actually looked like it was working in that one. So that's pretty good. It's always nice to see. Let's read the chat. Hi guys. Nice to see you here, Michiel. Do let me know if I probably butchered the pronunciation of that, so do let me know if I pronounced that wrong. Right. Hang on, I've got to change number quickly. Come on. Otherwise I'll have to spectate the next race. Numbers. Edit project, I think. Yeah, there we go. I think I saved it wrong, didn't I? There's one good number one, big. No, that's not the right thing anyway, is it? It's stickers. Stickers. No, is it stickers? Oh, I don't know how to do this. Why is it not just pick your number anymore? It's so much easier. Like, okay. I don't want to quit the game. Multiplayer. Get back to the lobby. No, I've missed out, I think. Yes, I have. Right, so that's spectating for this one. Purely just because of the fact that I wanted to get my number to work. It's like, are you joking me? The race hadn't started yet. Just put me in the race. It's not very hard. So I don't know why the timer is so long. I guess it's because we're on the grid. So I guess I could sit here reading chat for a few minutes. Not that there's really much in the chat, but there you go. If you want to say anything in the chat, you can, because I'll be able to read it whilst we spectate this race. So it's basically the same people as before. Like I said earlier on, because obviously I said it right at the start of the stream, if you have MotoGP 19 on PC, feel free to come and join the lobby. We've got Bob Rock in the lobby now. Let's watch Bob Rock, because this is how you play the game. So he's probably going to do something stupid now I've said that, but I believe in him. I believe in him. He won't make me look foolish. So watch this, man. This is how you play this game. Catching up to Zian. Oh. It is wet weather, of course, so it's going to be a bit trickier for these guys. Oh, we've got another guy joining the lobby. It's always nice. See, I talk a little bit about the controller overlay, but here he goes around the outside. Is he going to get the move done on the brakes? I mean, he's on the Idemitsu Honda, which I'm a bit surprised by. Perhaps he just likes the way it feels. There was contact behind with Jacka as well. It's always fun when you have contact with somebody. Switching the exit garage there can be a bit dodgy. So yeah, about the controller, basically it just takes all the inputs. You'll see when I use the triggers, I'll probably demonstrate now, depending on the strength I use, different amount sort of highlights, so you can just get an idea of what I'm doing. Do let me know about placement as well. I thought that was probably the best placement because it doesn't cover up any UI elements there. The crashing things are below, so if someone crashes it pops up below that. I had it in the bottom left before, but then that covers up the corner names and the mini-map. The bottom right, of course, has the heads-up display. Stuff on the left-hand side of the screen, pretty much, you can't really put it anywhere, because obviously you get the gaps of the riders in front, and obviously now you get that. Well, round the outside goes Jacka. I mean, he hasn't made that corner, that's for sure. Is he going to keep the position? No, he's not, actually. Fair enough, he's going to have to place back, so it's obviously an honest mistake there. You never know sometimes. I've seen way more often than you'd want people just corner cutting for no reason, just to try and take people out. And yeah, I mean, I suppose power to them if they want to do that. I mean, they've bought the game, but yeah, it can be a bit frustrating if you're trying to play properly. But of course, there are some people who like to ruin the experience for others, but that just happens. It happens with every game. You find it on the F1 game. It's a lot worse on the F1 game. If you ever played the F1 game online, you will not. If you do more than 2 races, you will have been crashed off in at least 2 races. Let's be honest. To not get crashed off on the F1 game, you basically have to start on pole. And there's no other way about it. Sorry if you just heard me flicking a switch in the background. I was just taking my laptop off charge. I thought I may as well do that because it was on charge because it was updating. And I was like, well, I'll stream, so I'll just take it off after. But since I'm spectating for this race, we may as well sort out. So 34.6 from Bob Rock. That's a pretty good lap time in the wet. Especially if you've just jumped on straight away, which he probably has. I'm guessing he's not been doing Le Mans in the wet practice, so yeah, definitely going to be just sort of raw. But yeah, it's not been a terrible race. Let's have a look through the order. So it's Jacket in second, Zian in third, Trio, Scorpion King, and Flotter Otto. That's it then, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, he's gone up the inside. Almost a bit of contact, but well, a little bit of contact there, but it wasn't horrendous. I've seen a lot worse. I've done a lot worse as well. Right, so he's getting the slipstream now. Is he going to go for the move? Oh, he's going to hit him at the back. He's absolutely rammed him. And, in all fairness, he has just stayed behind him. So, clearly this guy's alright. I find in online lobbies a little bit of give or take. Someone takes you out or you have a bit of contact. It's online lobbies. People are not always experienced, or people just try that a little bit harder just to try and get a win. Just because it feels nice to win, I guess. Whereas obviously if you're doing a league race or something, you'd probably err on the side of caution just so you don't get penalties or anything like that. Oh, he's gone on the... Oh, massive crash. They're both down. They both cut the corner. Who's going to get back on first? Oh, he's cut the corner again. Oh, who's going to be up to the line? It was a good climax of the race, but I think Scorpion King seems to have got it there. Quite how, I don't know, because he absolutely cut the last corner, and he didn't even get a penalty for it, so there you go. I mean, they both cut the last corner the first time because their bikes went across it, but then when he got back on, he just cut it himself. So that's yeah, pretty interesting. Yeah, I saw the Silverstone race. It's a good one, wasn't it? nice to see someone taking it to Marquez again. I mean, obviously we had Dobby take it to him at the race before, but obviously at Silverstone it was right down to the wire. It was amazing. Rins just stole it from Marquez over the line. It was a good one, that's for sure. I didn't think Rins could do it after the Luffield. That's the name of the corner. Yeah, so the penultimate turn, Marquez had got it covered off. I thought Rins couldn't do it because I knew Marquez would obviously be wise to him going around the outside again, so he's not going to let that happen. And he just turned under him. I mean, Mark lost the rear a couple of times, didn't he, in the middle of the corner? I think that's what gave Rins the drive compared to him. That's what it seems like. That's what the sort of analysts said. The Mark lost the rear because he was trying to carry more speed through there. He knew Rins could carry more corner speed to that corner, so he tried to match it. Lost the rear, had to just shut off the throttle to not crash, and then there you go. Up the inside goes Rins, just to the line, beat him. Great ride from him, to be fair. Also, another interesting stat, really. Rins must love it when Valentino Rossi qualifies second, because the last 2 times he's done that, Alex Rins has won the race. So he's going to be trying to give Rossi a tow every weekend. So it hasn't seemed to fix my number. That's a bit of a shame, must be said, although I probably didn't do it right. Yeah, so please fix this bug where it just gives you a random number that's not yours, because it just looks bad. So I'll swap to an official rider for the next race, because I don't really want to have the wrong number, if I'm totally honest. It never used to do this to me. Always used to work fine, but now it's just giving me random numbers again, just like it does on the Xbox version, which is a bit of a disappointment, to be honest, but you know, what can you do? So the overlay looks a little bit weird right now with the controller, but once you're on track, it's fine. I can't just keep moving it around because I only have one monitor as well. That's probably one of the reasons why I struggle with streaming a little bit, because I can't have the game open and then just look at overlay at the same time to make sure everything's working. I only have one monitor, so I just have to alt-tab out, and that masked a lot of the issues before. So that's why I have to just stream, get it up on my phone or whatever, and see that it's working. Then I can go public. But yeah, Rins did just keep with Mark throughout the whole race. It was a good ride from him, really. Like I said, very impressive, must be said. So we're on the grid. We're actually on pole, but it's Philipp Island, so I don't think I'm going to be winning the race. Bob Rock, he's 6th. So we got a little bit of an advantage, although he'll probably pass me before the first corner. Although, if we think back to this race, I won here in the league race last year. I mean, everybody that was a front runner crashed, other than me. I'm being sandwiched. It's got sausage sandwiches, turn 1 there. So Zian leads inside of. Oh, I don't want to force that guy wide. Oh, Zian's gone wide. I've been clipped by a Ducati, and that Ducati seems to have appeared again. I've hit the Suzuki. I'm down. Oh dear, that has not gone to plan at all. So both Ducatis went down there, I think. So I got clipped by a Ducati, which completely offset me, and then I just went into that Suzuki, basically. It's my mistake to go into the side of the Suzuki, but I was completely distracted by the fact that I'd just been hit by a Ducati. So it's a bit of a shame. Oh, wow, this is not going well. I don't know what that guy was doing, but that's not really how you're supposed to start a corner. I think he lagged, but he just kind of jutted to the right last minute, so I just had to sit the bike and go into the grass to avoid him. It's always no fun. If anyone knows how to fix the thing with the number, by the way, be helpful, because I think I managed to accidentally fix it before on PC, and now I don't know how to do it. What? Alright, so a Ducati's been off again. I think that's the one that just forced me into the grass bike. Whoa! Scorpion King. So Rom Trash. I do recognise that name. In fact, I've raced with him at Philipp Island before. I think he was playing as Quattararo. It might have been in a video, it might have not been in a video, I can't remember. Most of the time when I play online it's for a video, but sometimes I just do it when I'm bored. Or I'm just going to try and run it around the outside of this Ducati. I'm not sitting behind him in a braking zone again. That just went terribly last time. Right, so Point Blank on the LCR is up next. So Scorpion King is down again. If he's attacking the corners the way he did when he was behind me, I'm not surprised. Couldn't get the bike stopped unless he hit me. And then he got it stopped a bit too quickly. Right, so yeah, still trying to hunt down Point Blank here. You would see all my inputs, which I think is just a nice, unique thing. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that with MotoGP before, so I've seen people do it with other games. I think it's mainly speedrunners that do it, don't they, really? But I just thought it might be interesting to show off sort of how I play the game. To you guys, maybe you can pick up a few things. Perhaps even I can learn a few things from some of you as well, because obviously you can actually see what I'm doing. I mean, you can sort of see what people are doing when you just watch the gameplay, but with the actual controls alongside it, it's much better. So Point Blank's made a big mistake here. I'm going to try and cut under him if I can. Carry the corner speed, bit of contact with him. He came back to the line a little bit at the end there, but I also drifted wider than I wanted. Yeah, so we're about 7/10 off Bob Rock there. And that was a clean lap from me, so that's just my lack of pace. If I could get 4th after the first lap I had, I would take that gladly, and it looks like we probably can if we can get past Jacka, because we've almost caught him already. Oh, Bob Rock's actually crashed, although I've crashed and been through the gravel, so I don't think he'll be behind me. Oh, there's someone in front of us. It's a Suzuki. It's Flotter Otto. He looks like he might be in a bit of trouble, because he looks like he's struggling a bit. I've just almost lost the front into Siberia there. Point Blank. That's Point Blank from behind me gone. So now I've just got to focus on the two in front. That was a mistake though on the curb there. Dragged me a bit left. In fact, I might not even be able to get Jacko now. Or Jacka. Sorry, not Jacko. Another crash for Point Blank. These two could come together though. Oh, I thought he was looking at that then. He's lagging. Okay. Well, I've got past him now, but I don't know how legitimate that is. Apparently he's got past Flotter Otto, so don't really know what's going on here. I'll tip it into the last corner as if he's not going to come up the inside, just in case he is still in front of me. No, but it looks like he might have had a lag spike then, because I've overtook him. So yeah, not a bad race in the end then, 4th place. Could have been a lot worse. I think it was when that guy joined. That guy just caused a massive lag spike for the two other guys, but not me, apparently. So, bonus, I suppose, free position, because he was lag behind me. I could have got close there to that Suzuki if I'd just done a little bit better. If I hadn't gone through the grass on the first lap, I would have got 3rd, I suppose. But, you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Should have just ridden better, I suppose. Also, yeah, you can join the lobby. Be nice. So we got 9 people, so there's still space, which is good. It's always a bit annoying having to wait at the end of the match for these things. But yeah, the next one should start pretty shortly. It's always the worst part, really, the whole waiting between the different matches. So, alright, so I don't know who to be this time, really. I'm not going to be myself again because the number's broken. Like I said, it just annoys me when the number is broken. I think it's broken because I made another number. Perhaps that's what bugged it in the first place. I don't really know, to be honest. Right. Hang on then. Oh yeah, I don't want to be myself, do I? That's what I just said. I don't have any menu music, which just seems really weird to listen to. Let's be Rins then. Oh, you got into the lobby, nice one. Just in time as well. Actually, we got a full lobby now, I think we have. I think a couple of people must have joined during that race. Yeah, they should add crossplay. It would be great if they did. Because you're on PlayStation, aren't you, I think? And that's like the only one I don't have, unfortunately. If I could afford it, I'd probably get one. Just so I can play it on there as well. Oh, I thought Mugello was going to win the vote. Austria won it instead. But yeah, it would be great if they had a cross-play so we could play together. Be fun. There's some bugs that persist just on some versions of the game. So the Xbox has the voice chat bug. If you've ever seen that, basically there's just the voice chat box just to say when people are talking. It shows up. It just shows up all the time for no reason. Right, so we're on pole again. So I'm quite happy about that. It looked like on the intro here that they've actually fixed. They've finally fixed the issue where the text isn't in the box, where it says waiting for other players. It's about time they did that, to be honest. Oh, it'd be interesting to notice actually on the PlayStation version, is the time trial mode now in Italian for some reason? Because it is for me on the PC version. I haven't checked the Xbox version yet. I probably will at some point. But yeah, it's now called Prova a Tempo instead of time trial, which doesn't really bother me. It's not, but it does actually bother me a bit. It's a little bit just because it just looks so out of place, like the rest of the game just being in English and then this one button just being in Italian for some reason. It never was before, so they made a mistake, obviously. I actually kind of fix it. It's just a bit of a pain to fix, so I don't think I'll bother doing that. Since all they have to do is change like one entry, I have to add like 1,000, so I think it makes it a bit easier if they do it rather than me. But it's your localization file, lads. That's the problem. Oh yeah, like as I've said it in other videos and stuff before. But if you want to add me on Steam or Xbox, actually, for that matter as well, feel free to. I mean, I do have a PSN. I just don't have a PlayStation, so you can add me on that. It's Bike702 as well on there. But I've never owned a PlayStation after PlayStation 2. I just made the PSN in case I ever got one. I don't know. That sounds really stupid. I just did. Alright, so waiting for the lights to go out here. Lights out, away we go. Past me, Zarko goes. Towards turn 1. Oh. Oh, I've been dived by the other Suzuki's. Forced me off. Oh, it's Slaughter Otto. Oh, we're 4th where we finished last time. Oh, no. Oh. That was unfortunate, wasn't it, really? Great. Yeah, that really was an unfortunate series. I don't ever get good starts, and somewhat I feel like that's my fault. But, in my defence, I was just trying to outbrake the pair of them, and he just moved out when I'd already... Well, I'd let off the brakes, I got the inside, and he... Whoa, whoa, big crash, big crash, everyone's off. Well, we're back up into 5th again. No, Lorenzo's up the inside. Oh, Scorpion King. The inside of him we go. Get the move done. Point blank's gone wide. I thought he'd gone in the grass actually there, so fair play to him. Oh, you don't want to be going out that wide. Be off to space. If you get that wrong. Sliding through turn 8. Oh, I've just followed him wide. Although he went through the gravel, I just went through a little bit of the grass. Bit of track extending into the last corner. Penultimate corner and then last corner. Just following the guy in front of me. So I'm in 5th place. I want to say sorry to that Suzuki. So Flotter Otto, who I hit up from behind. But to be honest, it's not a lot I could do about it when I'm just out braking you. If you just move out into my line, then it's a problem. I should have probably just left a bigger gap, I guess would be the moral of that. And then I don't know how I crashed with the Ducati, to be honest. He touched me a little bit and I just fell off. I mean, obviously he was trying to cut in and get a better run, so that's the Ducati strength, I guess. Although I'm sure this is probably on balanced bikes. So, oh, he's clipped the inside curve and down, he's gone. So now it's me versus Flotter Otto. Like it was right at the end of the previous... Well, okay. Oh no, he is back. So yeah, there's a bit of lag in the lobby. I guess it's because we're up to capacity now, so... the lag always increases. And obviously there's some European players, some non-European players in the lobby, so obviously there's a big distance between those. I know that doesn't really make any sense, but there's some Asian players in the lobby, some European, big difference. Yeah, that would make more sense. So he broke a lot earlier than I expected, to be honest. I mean, I've got past him now. I wasn't even trying to pass him there. I was only a tenth off the fastest lap, which I'm not too... I'm quite happy with that. Well, Bob Rock's just smashed anything out of the water there. There's a big crash into turn 1. Flotterotto's gone now, so it's Jacka behind me. Alright. So Tom Tirapong in front of... Oh, a bit of... Whoa, okay. Well, Jacka's not behind us anymore. I feel like it might have been Jacka that also did that at... I'm not even sure what... yeah, the Southern Loop, that's the name of the corner. So it was Rom Trash that was leading the whole time. He set 1.3 over us. So that guy that was in second is going to win the race now. Unless he obviously makes a mistake of his own. But I feel like he probably won't at this point. He's got a relatively big lead with like a couple corners to go. If I can hold on to third from Bob Rock, that would be decent enough. Although I'm sure he probably got knocked off more times than I did. Only 0.9 away from Rom Trash. Well, Rom Trash is making his own circuit there. And that's not really worked for him, I don't think. He might have got a bit of a penalty from it, though, maybe. Probably not, though, in this game. Bob Rock's lost at the last corner. So over the line, I think that still said P3, so yeah. I don't think he got a penalty or anything for that. Is the stream lagging a little bit? Don't know if that's just me, or... I'm just looking at it. Don't know if the frame rate's dropping a little bit, maybe. Do let me know if there's any issues, of course. If there's any audio issues as well. Of course, let me know. Not Lord Jarvis. Didn't quite finish there. Who didn't finish 9th and 10th? Oh yeah, because a couple of people left. So there's a couple of places open in the lobby now if you want to join. You can do. So what time is it? So yeah, probably stream for another half an hour or so, and then probably head off. Right, who should we be this time? Good rep, Cal. I don't think I've played as Takaki for a long time though. I've just accidentally... No. Pick Nakagami. There we go, I just got Nakagami in time. If Bob Rock is using it, then it's probably good. I don't know if that's good logic. Well, to be honest, I don't want to play Mugello. I also don't want to play Rebel Ring again, so I'm a bit torn. Okay, well, Mugello's winning 3-1 now. I'm not going to add on to it. Is there any other, there's no other tracks being voted for, is there? I don't want to play Termas again. Or Texas, sorry, not Termas. We already played wait, we haven't played Termas. But we are here at Mugello, and I picked a Honda, so it's not that bad, but it's last year's Honda. So this is what I meant, the waiting for race participants actually fits in the box now, which it didn't previously. Not really sure how that would get past any sort of testing. You just have to play online once. And I think that they changed it in an update, and it just, like, they changed the box, and the text was still off-center, which was weird, and it was it hadn't been patched until now. So it's nice to see they're making the right changes. We're second place here, it's not dreadful. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. Although Mugello starting at the front isn't always great, because you tend to get dive bombed a bit. So I think we've actually got about a 50-50 split here of Europeans to non-Europeans. We got five. Oh, it's 5-3, so it's almost, but you know, it's getting close to obviously being half and half. Not sure what time it is in Indonesia now. Not sure how many hours that is away from GMT. But yeah, I always find around this time of night, night here, I don't know what time it is there, you tend to find more Indonesians online, which is always good. It means there's a healthy number of people playing the game, which I like. So you can find lobbies like this is probably a good time for me to play, and you can find plenty of lobbies because there's always seems to be like quite a few Indonesian people on at this time, which is nice. But there's also a healthy mix of European riders and stuff as well. So the connections usually, I mean, the game is pretty good, so the connection's pretty good between everyone most of the time. So off the line we go, bit of wheel spin. Now you think I would be fully up to speed with playing this track in the wet track, but it has been about a week since I played this race, so in fact it is a week today I think. I've been pushed by Petrucci, I don't know how, but I was pushed so much that even the guy playing that pushed me also cut the corner. I don't know how that's a penalty, to be honest. I probably went off more than I realised. Yeah, see, that would be fair if that was a penalty. Whoa. Whoa, oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think people were going to get that stopped. I mean, I would have got back in front of them if I hadn't have been hit. But, yeah, it's not gone that well. Wow, any sort of courtesy just goes out the window when you're playing Mugello. Oh, that was dirty. See, you just got squares on the grass there. It's not good. He's had a bobber. Oh, me and Bobber collided. And there's been a massive crash at the top of Arrabbiata as well. Yeah, there's a... If you ever play Mugello, everyone's way more aggressive at Mugello. That's well, I say if you ever play Mugello, of course you're going to play Mugello. It gets picked every time you play online. It's like how I said with the F1 game earlier, you get taken out if you do more than 2 races for 100%. You play Mugello if you do more than 2 races. Because even if you've just done Mugello, they'll happily pick it again, I find, which it's fine if you're practicing for a certain track. But if you're not doing that, if you're just using an open lobby, you don't want to keep voting for the same track. I mean, you might be trying to practice that track, but not everyone else in the lobby is. Obviously, if you're doing like a league race practice or whatever, yeah, by all means, I'd play the same track all day if I was doing that, but... You know. Oh, okay, well... Quite how he's crashed on the straight, I don't know. I've got to assume that I probably lagged into him on his screen. There's no other way he would have lost that. So perhaps that's why he hit me off earlier, because I wasn't there on his screen. Although... Right, so apparently I'm 3.5 behind. It doesn't look like 3.5 in front, to be honest, but... I'll take the game's word for it. Oh yeah, actually they are a little bit further than I thought. Well, they're definitely costing each other time. Which, it would be weird to actually be making up time in Mugello, to be honest. Not... Yeah, so I'll do my cliche thing of saying, you know what, I'm not very good at Mugello. Every time we play Mugello, I'll say the same thing. Yeah, we're only 2.8 behind now, so we're making inroads, and we're getting away from the rider behind. So, the gap we want to decrease is decreasing, and the gap we want to increase is increasing. That's the ideal scenario, really, when you're doing any kind of race. The rider behind getting the person behind getting further behind, and the person in front getting closer and closer. That's exactly what you want. Although, to be honest, really the ideal thing you want is no one in front of you. But there you go. 2.3 seconds. We actually lost a bit of time to the rider behind. The front does not feel good on this bike, must be said, although the front does not feel good at Mugello or in the wet, so perhaps it's not this bike's problem. Scorpion King's had another crash. I can't be blamed for lagging into him for this one. It's 50.5. That's actually a pretty good lap, to be honest. Why did I not have this pace in my league race? I don't know. I think I did a 50.3 was the quickest lap I did, and I only did it once. Although, yeah, actually, that's does beg the question. Obviously, the Yamaha probably just doesn't work at Mugello that well, to be honest. It's not really a surprise, is it? It works okay a bit through the sweeping corners, but I lose so much time on the straights. It's not worth it. So we're actually losing quite a bit of time to the guy behind now. But I feel like we've got enough time to stay in front, so it's okay. Not if we keep running wide though. If we run through Casanova, we have to slow it down for Savelli to stay on. So another crash for Scorpion King. It's a shame because I can actually see it's a second. With a crash, that's pretty good going. Oh, Bob Rock's washed out. So it's a battle of two Idemitsus at the end. Again, a bit like Philipp Island. Fourth with the crash, I'd take that. I've left the door open for him if he wants to cut under, but I don't think he'll be able to because that line, so that corner makes you go a bit wide. Just got to be ready for Biondetti. Oh, I messed up Biondetti, he's going to have it, yep. I tried to take so much speed in. Although he's gone wide at Vicini. He's gone straight on at Vicini, in fact. Unless that's lag. No, I think he just hooked on the outside curve at Vicini, so there we go. We got to keep the position. And we made the mistake at the Biondetti. I feel like we might be losing some frames here on the stream again. I don't really know how to fix it. As I've said, I said it earlier on in the stream, I think as well. But as I've said previously, I don't stream very often. I'm not very good at it. I probably should do it a little bit more, just so that I can sort of get used to it and stuff. But you know, that's all right. It's all right, Bob Rock. Doesn't matter. It's just online. And I think it was kind of my fault as well. So I thought, 9. So that was my last lap then, I guess. Even though I went through the gravel, so it actually would have been a pretty good lap. Everyone in the lobby seemed to have a very good pace, really. Doing 49s. I think 48 was like the fastest in RRL. I was not a 49.8. That's for sure. Right, who should we go as now? Interesting. Hello, GJ. How do you do? So yeah, the reason why I hadn't replied to the chat is because I hadn't updated it. It's just updated now for me. So, oh, I didn't get to pick a rider, so I'm guessing I'm being Nakagami again then. No, let's not do the Red Bull again. We did that about 5 minutes ago. Jerez is fine. I think it looks like we're going to get Qatar. Tracks that get picked a lot are Jerez gets picked a lot, Qatar gets picked a lot, Mugello gets picked a lot. Those are the three you seem to play the most for some reason. Mugello, it always used to be Mugello and Aragon, but I've seen people don't pick Aragon so much nowadays, and I'm not really sure why that. Well, yeah, actually I don't know really why that is, because even on like MotoGP 17, people would pick that, so it's not like it doesn't sort of coincide with the fact that obviously any conflicts that have happened IRL with fan bases and people's home tracks and things like that. But yeah, I don't really know what. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not the biggest fan of Aragon, although it's not too bad. So I'm not really complaining that it doesn't get picked anymore. But it's just strange. It used to get picked all the time. Every time you went to a lobby, you know you were going to play Mugello, Aragon and Misano. You knew those three were going to come up at some point. They pick Valencia quite a lot in this game as well, seems like. So last year, I don't know what tracks really got picked last year. Trying to think. Mugello, obviously. It was basically just Mugello and then random. But I noticed that you play Qatar a lot. You play Laguna quite a bit as well. Not so much now, but when the game first came out, Laguna Seca got picked quite a lot. But it still gets picked every so often now as well. Donington doesn't get picked, really. Catalonia 2015 doesn't ever get picked, because it's the same track. I mean, let's be honest, it is the exact same track. All they've done is change turn 10. Which is obviously how it was in 2015, don't get me wrong, saying, oh yeah, but it's not. I know, to sort of market it as a classic track, which in a way it kind of is, but it's just still They share a model. That's enough, basically. They share a model. I've looked in the game files because I was interested to see if they'd bothered remodeling the whole Catalunya again while storing the models twice. No. They just use the same model. So going to turn 1. We're in 4th place currently. We're having contact again. Oh, someone's down in the Honda. Seeing. We've got the inside of this Ducati. Got the bike stopped in front of him. Oh no, never mind, he wasn't having any of that. Tom T. Rapong. I've got a penalty already, so... Although it was fair, I've been hit wide by someone. Syncronox. Or Syncrox. Sorry, up the inside we go though. Oh, it's a close one. Oh, a bit of lag going on here, I think. I think he might have disconnected from the lobby there. That's what a disconnect usually looks like anyway. We'll see it pop up in a second. Unless the controller disconnected, that also could have happened. It's dropping down the order. Oh, Rom Trash has gone a bit wide. I've also gone a bit wide though, so... Not as wide, so still gain some time. Yeah, there it goes. So there should be space for you to join back. There's only 7 now in the lobby, so... It was a good start from you. It's unfortunate they disconnected. I'm really glad I didn't crash on that curb there. Well, I'm always glad I didn't crash, but I was 100% certain I'd crash once the rear started doing that weird slide that it does. There's some rear slides that's literally always mean crash, and in that circumstance it didn't. And it's very rare you get that. You can get the start of that and then save it quite often, but usually once it's done the second flick, you're usually down, but... I don't know, so my sights are firmly set on Rom Trash here at the minute. Oh dear, I've not got this bike stopped very well, have I? Though we've got a big gap behind, so no one's going to cut under, so I can just take it in hot, get a good exit. So in terms of lap time, it's not really any slower. It's obviously in the race, you don't want to give anyone... Well, it definitely is a bit slower, but it's not massive amounts of time slower. You just don't want to give anybody an advantage in the race, of course. 1.2, Scorpion King has crashed. And he's gone out the lobby again, so perhaps he disconnected. We are making some inroads on Rom Trash now. Bob Rock is the rider behind us, so we've got to watch out for that. He could gain on us pretty quickly. Another mistake for Rom Trash there, but he's going to pick up a nice late apex, get a good drive. But he's half a second now. The lead is only half a second, although I do have a penalty, so you've got to add another 2 tenths onto that. We've got 3 seconds behind. So Bob Rock actually lost that 3rd place, so he's back up into it again now, though. Seems like there's a 3-way fight for 3rd behind. And it is 3 seconds off the back of us, so lots of 3s there. Wow, that's not the optimal line at all. You don't want to be mumping over any of these curbs during this complex. Yet I proceed to do so anyway. On the inside we go, into penultimate. I'm going to run wide, he's going to cut back. Yes, and he definitely gained a lot as well because I spun up on the curb. It's going to be a final lap showdown then. We made massive amounts of time on him on this lap though, so... But he's just gained so much of it back. Unbelievable. We made so much time, and then... Through turn 2 we go. Flip the bike over for 3. Oh, we've both clipped the inside curb and gone off to Narnia. Half a second behind. It's looking good for him now. I mean, I just made another mistake. Well, we gained quite a lot coming into here last time. Yeah, I've made a mistake there. Although I think he's gone a bit wide. Try and cut back for a late apex. Slide it through. I'm not going to Marquez dive it or anything, I don't think, because even if I did that and beat him to the line, I have a penalty, so I'd lose the race. Oh, he's gone wide through turn 10 again. Be able to cut it back. Oh no, I've clipped the inside curb. I'm going to have to run it round. I'll lift when I come back on. Actually gained us some time, I think, there. He's gone wide, though. He's gone wide to 14. We've got the cut back. On the inside we go. Where's the lead? Into 15. We've gone wide again. I'm terrible at 15. It's probably one of my worst corners on the track, really. Also 16 I'm really bad at. Which just gave him the lead back. Get some wheel spin. He got worse wheel spin though. Or towards the line though. It's like we're 2/10, is it? He's going to win. Yeah, he's won the race. No way. No way I won that. There's no way that was 2/10. Oh, he's bashed me though. Let's say I proper bashed me. Yeah, so fair play. He beat me. Just because of the penalty. It's a close race, close race. Good one, man. It was a good race. I enjoyed that one. Enjoyed that one quite a bit. It's definitely quite a lot harder to race and talk at the same time, though. That's for sure. But yeah, that was a fun race there. Hello, Marcos. I found the KTM the worst bike to ride. Let's try the KTM then. I agree with you, definitely. Although we're on balanced performance, so it could be alright. I definitely agree with you with the KTM being on. Well, okay. Well, I don't know what happened there. I'm sure it loaded. I was looking at the stream. That's why it loaded. And I looked back up at the screen. I was like, oh, it's not loading anymore. What's happened? Right. So all the popular tracks have been picked in the last few. Then. No, don't pick Red Bull Ring again. Let's do Donington. Let's spice it up. Come on, guys. Get the Donington train on. Oh no. Red Bull. Why? I don't understand why people pick a track that was played like 3 races ago. And that person was in that race because the next race had a 1 vote on it. Again. And that person's been voting Red Bull Ring every time. Ever since we played the Red Bull Ring. So I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. We're a KTM at the Red Bull Ring. Try and replicate what Mugello managed to do in real life and, you know, be their number 1. Bring home the maximum points we can. So we're 3rd on the grid. Bodes well. I'm so disappointed to have just lost out on the win there in Qatar, but we were very, very close to doing it. To be honest, I think we could have done. Well, we would have done if I didn't have a penalty, because I actually won the race on the road. It's just such a shame. The penalty system probably needs a bit balancing. Track extending on the outside doesn't really get penalised, whereas getting your wheel on the inside a little bit really gets penalised. Which I guess, yes, because you're cutting the track, which you would always think would be quicker, but if you put the power on round the outside, it's way quicker than cutting, so it needs to be a bit balanced there. But there you go. Whatever, I guess. So we're waiting for the lights to go out. There's 2 reps of Hondas. So Red Bull are going to be happy. 2 Red Bull sponsored bike. Well, 3 Red Bull sponsored bike on the front row. Let's go down towards turn 1. Oh, wow, it's been a bash from behind. Been a crash on the outside. Oh, that guy got collected. Well, he was the one that caused the bash on the outside, so I suppose that's kind of karma for you. Let's hope that the same thing doesn't happen that happened last time. Oh, well, Romtrack's lost the front, so we're into the lead now. Yeah, you'd be surprised. People don't realise how late you can really brake for that corner because it's uphill, so you can brake so much later. You just can't trail as long. I think that's what people get wrong. So they try and brake later, but then they trail the brake just as much, which you can't do because obviously it's uphill to the apex, so you lose the front a lot easier. That's what you want to do. You brake late, then you should use the momentum of the hill to slow you down, and use the tight. If you turn a bit tighter, the hill gets even steeper, and that just slows you down enough. I don't know. I just seem to brake a lot later than most people at that turn 3. I mean, that can be said for a lot of corners, but that is one where it's like noticeable. Like, you can come from a quarter of a second back and probably make that move. Bob Rock's now behind us, which is a bit of a threat, although we've gone massively wide through the last corner. So it's probably going to be all over the back of us. Or someone's gone either off or wide behind. Saw it on the mini-map. Do let me know what you think to the controller overlay as well. So obviously that's something I'm trying. It's for the first time. And to be honest, it's the first time I've properly streamed MotoGP 19. It's the first time it's actually worked, which is why. I've just messed with the settings a little bit, and it seemed to work this time. It never worked before. On the first impression stream I tried when the game first came out, it didn't work. And any other times I've tried it, it's not worked. But this time it did. We've ran really wide through 4. We just kept on the track. You'll be a brave person to pass into turn 4, must be said. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm still in the lead, but they're all over me now. Hit the brakes. So we've got a 4/10 lead, which is obviously not really what I want. I'd obviously like something a bit bigger. Stromek in the lobby. Pretty quick rider, from what I remember anyway. It's nice when you recognise people. So 25-0, which is the new fast lap, but it's not going to be for very long. Is it? Yes, considering that 22-4 has been done behind me. Wow, I don't think a single one of those riders on the map behind just stayed on the track. I think they all just went off. Which, yeah, I guess you better run up the hill, but then you have to brake earlier, so... Oh, I've ran wide though here. At the top of the hill. So Bob Rock in second. I've got to try and not make mistakes and bring this home now. Can't afford to be running wide into all these corners. I'm struggling to get the bike stopped though, ever since the start of the second lap really. I don't know how Bob Rock got that stopped. He came so fast in. He's got half a second behind. That's probably going to be about gone there with that abysmal line. Red Bull Ring, not my strongest track, that's for sure. I know it's on balance performance, but it doesn't help when you handicap yourself with the KTM. Oh, he's all over the back of us. So close. Will he do a Marquez dive? Yes, he has. I'm going to get back on the power. No, he's beat me. Ah, joking me. The Marquez dive came in clutch. And he got the move done. Pretty good job from him there, must be said. Can't be too mad, you got to applaud. I mean, yeah, there's a bit of touching, but whatever, I suppose. Oh, we were so close, 93 thousandths of a second behind. Clearly he had much better pace. I only did a 23.0. It's unfortunate, but you know, he mugged us fair and square, like I said, and that just sometimes happens in this game. Hi Nonox, welcome to the stream, man. Probably be on for about another 20 minutes, so you can probably join for a few races if you want, if you can, of course, obviously. There's plenty of room in the lobby, so you should be able to, but obviously you might be busy or whatever. Right, yeah, we'll try the Aprilia now then, since we're talking about the worst bike, the KTM or the Aprilia, so we'll go for the Aprilia. They're both pretty bad, I can tell you that. I have used both of them before. So someone's going for Jerez. That guy's voting for Red Bull Ring again. Well, I'm not playing Red Bull Ring again. I don't care if it's Jerez. I mean, I'll vote for Jerez. I'm not playing Red Bull Ring again. It's ridiculous. Why is this guy just keep voting Red Bull Ring every time? And it's not like in some games where it just hovers over the track you last voted. I'm pretty sure it just doesn't select any to begin with. You have to go and select one. So he's just going and consciously selecting Red Bull Ring every time. So we played it. He kept voting for it. He kept voting for it. He got it again. And he just carries on voting. It's like, stop voting for Red Bull Ring, please. But anyway, we're... Oh, the lobbies are really dropping like flies now. There's not many of us left. So if you do want to join, feel free to, because we're really struggling for some players right now. Oh, Nonox is coming on. He's coming on the game anyway, so he could be coming into the lobby. Yeah, they're dropping like flies, so there'll be plenty of room for you. So we've got Mr. Professional Model, Mr. Chin Operation himself, Andre Inone. Can we bring home the W as Inone? I say no, but it could. Well, it's not going to happen because there's 5 people in the lobby. I'm starting 4th. There's, well, if you look at the names that are in the lobby, those 3 that were already in there have been some of the faster guys the whole night, and then Stromek as well is pretty quick. I do like the whole thing that guy's done with the Lorenzo helmet. Like some of the helmets in the livery editor, looks like you spent hours doing it. They're amazing. I could just never do that. I mean, it's nice that people can customise without needing to know how to mod the game. So we're going to turn 1. I'm now last as well. They've gone wide. Alright, so I'm actually back up into 4th, got under. Alright, okay. Well, I'm not 4th anymore, I'm 5th. The luck has not been too good. The stream started off pretty bad in terms of my luck, and it seems like as we're approaching the end, it's getting worse again. So we're 3 seconds behind, and we've almost crashed again. I'm not really sure we stayed on. We have got some sort of staying on luck on our side, apparently, as well, for little slides, which is nice. Although we had a really weird one at Austin earlier where we crashed for no reason. Well, the rear tyre was hot, and I think I touched on a curb, and it came around so fast there's no way I was saving it. Oh, Nonox in the lobby. There you go. Hello. Seems to be a nice little battle going on in front. I thought that guy lost it then into the last corner. I mean, this is playing into my hands. So they're tripping over each other. And I'm catching up. I'm only 2.8 behind now, which is still way too much after 1 lap. But oh no! Oh. You can see on that the display, the controller input. I just trailed too much brake on the front, but yeah, that is not good. I didn't really feel the front going, but I realised it's one of those things where you realise you kind of realise you've had the brake on too long and the bike just faults, which I guess is how it would be. You don't have enough time to really realise you had the brake on for too long. Stromek has fell off now, so at least we can have a fight for 4th. But yeah, this race at Jerez, it's definitely not gone my way. Stromek is going slow. Is he letting me through? Looks like it. So I guess he's realised he's not catching the guys in front, so he may as well have fun with the guy that's behind him. Unless perhaps he let me through because we were the 2 that had contact, but I wouldn't really have said it was his fault. I mean, yeah, he took a bit of a weird line, but you can take whatever line you want if you're in front of someone. As long as he's not just hitting them off, which he's completely in front of me, so he could take literally whatever line he wanted. Oh, the guy on the Patronus just fell off. Maybe have a go at trying to hunt him down, but there's only a lap to go, so feel like we won't. 41 dead. Ban lol is in the lobby, so that's it's nice. Hopefully the conduct is clean. .0 seconds. Well, we're closer to the guy in third than we are the guy in fifth. But the rear tyre is very warm. Although anyone that's played Jerez will know that is the case. But we're even closer now. It's gone wide again, but so have I. Well, I can tell you that that's not optimal. Maybe if we had another lap, we'd get him, but it's just... I mean, the sector that's coming up, even if we caught right up to him, it's so hard to pass through anyway. Oh, how has he not... Well, there was definitely some lag there, because he lost the front really on my screen, didn't he? 0.7. So I don't think that's 0.7 anymore. Well, he's going very slow, up the inside. I didn't even think I'd catch him, let alone pass him. It was 2 seconds up the road. Oh, we got a podium out of that one. So, 2 crashes in a 3-lap race. Getting third place, you can't really complain. Clearly we had quite good pace, which is unfortunate, but, you know, these things happen. The second crash was totally my fault as well. The first one, maybe, but it was one of those first lap things, I think. The second one, I just trail brake too much brake and the front washed out. I got a bit excited because I was catching up to the other guys. So, yeah, so if you look at the lap time, I was quicker than the winner. So, there you go. Oh, that's the guy with the Lorenzo style helmet. So we just got a few more. So I'll probably play for about 10 more minutes then now. Don't want the stream to go on too long. I don't know what time I started it actually, but it was quite a while ago now. So we've done the KTM, we've done... Should go to the Ducati. Let's go as Miller. I feel like I never play as Miller, so I'm going to play as Miller. Because I feel like I've gone before, like, let's play as the GP18, but let's be the Pramac one, so let's be Bagnaia. And I feel like I never think, oh, I'll be Jack. So I think GP19, like, I'll be Petrucci or I'll be Dovi. So I'll be Jack. Could do Donington, I guess. Oh no, Sepang, I like Sepang. I want to play that, actually. I haven't played it for a while, so the old braking zones might not be indented so much anymore, which would be helpful. Obviously, if you didn't know, I played this track quite a lot on MotoGP 18, and, well, if you've played both the games, you obviously know that the techniques, or the braking zones and turning points obviously could be so vastly different, just because of how different the games are. I just have them ingrained in my memory, just I'll brake at this little bit here, and, well, you go straight on, or you finally get the braking, or you turn here and you just clip the inside curve and go flying, because some of the curves are a bit more dodgy as well. Overall, I think this game is probably slightly better on the curbs than last year, but some tracks have worse curbs, some have better. Some are the same. I think most of the ones that were not problematic before are still not problematic now, but there are some curves that have some strange... I think it's just because the shapes of them have been remodeled, probably to be more realistic, but yeah, the collision is a little bit dodgy sometimes. So hopefully we can... Well, we're fourth this time, which I think we're fourth last time as well, so starting in the mid-pack, although we did get 2 pole positions in a row, I think, as well, so you can't really complain too much. Who are we waiting for? For Stromek, Nonox, and... Oh, Italiano Ita in the lobby. So I do most of the names in the lobby now. I recognise from playing previously. There's only like a couple that I don't think I've played against before. We got IBAN LOL as well. Do let me know on any feedback as well if the stream is lagging, if there's any audio issues, if this overlay here is working. Do let me know. Do let me know if you want me to change the positioning of it as well. I think that's probably about the best position that you're going to get. But if you have any other suggestions, that's not like the middle of the screen or something, because obviously that would be ridiculous. Wait for the lights to go out now then. Lights on, away we go. Even on Ducati I get a worse start than everybody else. And it's not like everybody else on Ducatis, is it? Got out by a Yamaha and like a Suzuki. I got another Ducati come steaming up the inside though. Everyone's gone wide. Every person pretty much has gone wide. Up into second. That same guy that caused everyone to run wide. Well, not everybody, but he caused a few to run wide. Dived back up the inside of me again. Didn't think he'd be still on the inside by the time we got to there. Nonox is third. Whoa. Was that Nonox going on the inside? That was a bit of a dive. Right. So I think we've got a Petronas Yamaha. The Malaysian Sepang International Circuit Petronas Yamaha SRT team is leading the Malaysian Grand Prix. So they would be absolutely... I don't even know what the word would be. They would be so happy if that happened, wouldn't they? Like if Quartararo gets pole, I mean, I know Morbidelli technically could, but out of the two, if Quartararo got pole here, the place would like the atmosphere would be electric. It'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it? So I know in Malaysia particularly, I don't know how it's like in like other countries, other like Asian countries and stuff, but their pride is very, very big. So it's like they're so proud of like everything, it seems. And so they should be. They've pulled a MotoGP team out in 6 months and it's contending for wins. So, fantastic effort. But I mean, especially the people seem like they're so pleased by it and they're so proud. It'd be amazing to see a Petronas bike running at the front here. I think I'm gonna... I've actually won a race today. I don't think I have, which is unfortunate. I got that second. I did win on the road at Qatar, but I had the penalty. I lost out at Austria at the last corner. It's unfortunate. And then on the run to the line, obviously, because I got forced wide, I just had to get back on the power, but the rear just spun, so didn't really go anywhere. .2 seconds, pretty much 2 seconds either way there. I've gone in hot here. As long as you get it stopped before you go off the track, it's not a catastrophe. You lose a bit of time, but if you don't have to stop completely, if you can just keep the momentum up a bit. Yeah, it's nice to go a bit deep, so I just accidentally sometimes just brake a little bit later. But my brake and turning points are a little bit better again now, it seems. I've adapted a little bit, but it's so weird. This track, I think you can see the difference between the games the most as well. Not only just by the fact that, of course, all my lines are totally different, but the lap time disparate, like the difference between the lap times on this game and last year's game is the biggest at this track. Obviously because it's probably the longest track. And it also probably was one of the tracks that benefited the most from how you played last year. But you just see with 57s, 58s. You could do 52. Well, I'm not even like one of the fastest people, but I used to do like 52s. I did a race, the league race actually, with Bob Rock actually was behind me. So we could have a bit of a part 2 to our battle that we had at this circuit in the league race last year. But yeah, well, last season. It was actually in 2019, wasn't it? It's obviously the corner that ended it all. Fortunately, when I think Bob Rock's controller disconnected or he got a notification or something and his bike just went straight on. So obviously it was a really unfortunate end to the battle. But yeah, we were running like 52s, 53s for like the whole race. And, you know, we're doing like 57s now. It's like, you're like 5 seconds a lap slower than you were last year. It's weird. It's all over the back of me. Any mistake, he'd be straight through. He'd be looking to mug me, just like he did in Austria. I think out of the two of us, he's definitely adapted much better to this game. Although I think, honestly, he was probably a bit better than me at last year's game as well. He just perhaps lacked the consistency a little bit. He joined late in the season as well. He joined at Silverstone, I think it was his first race, so there was no way he could win the championship really. Like, he joined like after the halfway stage, so pretty much impossible. But into the last corner we go. I'm gonna look at the map. I'm gonna keep him behind, it seems, so that's pretty good. So the Petronas bike wins then in Sepang. I ban lol. Over the line, we're second, and Bob Rock in third place there. So yeah, pretty good race there. Quite enjoyable, I suppose. Especially at the end when he was closing on me, it got a bit tense. But in the grand scheme of things, not too bad. We're only 3.2 off. 58.0 was my best lap there. 57.2 for the leader. 57.6 for Bob Rock. But we were miles quicker than everyone else. So I think I'll do probably one more race. And then probably call it that because it's getting on a little bit here. It's not like extremely late, but you know, I don't want to stay on too late. I've got other things I need to do. And my throat's hurting me a little bit as well. From talking for quite a while. I've basically been talking non-stop for, well, the entire stream. I've been talking non-stop. So should we go to the Yamaha for the last race? Oh, but who's a bit? Let's be Valentino. Actually, you know what? I don't think. Yeah, we'll be Valentino. I was gonna say I don't think I play as the Petronas guys enough, but I have played as them. And to be fair, I play as Morbidelli quite a bit online. Every so often I like to play as him. Let's try and end the stream at Donington and at home. Well, at home for me, of course. Maybe for some of you as well. But Philipp Island's got 3 votes, so I don't think we're going to be winning that one. So we'll be ending at Philipp Island then instead. But you know what? The Yamaha is pretty good there, so can't really complain too much. Last summer at Philipp Island we got that 4th place. In weird circumstances. The lobby, I think the lobby's filling up a little bit again. You kind of get that. Your lobby will get up to 12 and it'll drop down to like something like 5 and it'll slowly start to build up, and before you know it, it's at 12 again. In a couple of races it'll probably be back up to 12. That's what seems to happen. If you've ever done a session with other people that record and you've gone off before them, because usually you probably join first or you've not got so much time. If you go off first, you see them when they're on the video later on. Like, you see, oh yes, this race was after I left, and the back it's like 12 people again in a couple of races. So as you can see, we're up to 7 again now. I'm 3rd this time. So there's Rossi's face. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the faces were a little bit better last year. Some of the faces are not too bad this year, but some of them are pretty bad. Like, Rossi's isn't too bad, but Mark's was better last year, I think. Like, I don't think Mark's face is as realistic this year. It's like too, I don't know, it feels too small. I feel like I feel like his hat is probably too big. I don't know. It doesn't really look massively like him as well. I don't think Quattarara's face is that great either, but you know, they're not. They are a small studio, but Apparently they got bought, didn't they? So hopefully they'll be able to put some more resources and more money into the game. Hopefully it'll be even better. So I hope they keep sort of the. Cause I feel like Milestone are sort of a bit like a big. They kind of act like they're a big family in a way. And I think they all seem very close, like all the workers there and that. From what I've read, I read that somewhere. Don't really remember where, but so I hope they can keep that sort of spirit. And they're obviously really passionate about like bikes and things like that. They make so many games every year. And as much as they get a bit of flack from people, myself included, really, and often fairly so, but they do try hard and they do a pretty good job. So, let's see. I like the flag waving in the background. It seems like he's calmed down a little bit. I think someone has my helmet because it's got the mod that I use for it. So off the line we go. Second place hasn't gone anywhere, but we're still third anyway. Oh, bit of weaving going on. Although the Ducati has come out of nowhere now. He's trying to go around the outside. Oh, we've had contact. No. Yeah, these races never go too well for me. It's just that I clipped the inside curb and I had to run a bit wider, and unfortunately someone's swooping line just sort of clipped me a little bit, and yeah, when you're at that lean it doesn't take much to have you off. So it's not going to be a great last race unfortunately, but it'll have to do. We've got a bit of a comeback ride, which is always fun. Who doesn't love a good comeback ride? Through Siberia we go. Oh no, oh, you're choking me. I don't even know what happened there. I can try and watch it back in a second. I've got the stream playing on my phone, so I can see the chat. Just almost crashed again because I was looking at my phone instead of the game. I think I must have just sat the bike up too early and just ran wide into the grass. Into turn 10 we go. We are right behind 5th place again. So he had another crash, didn't he? Syncrox. Ooh, the last corner, carrying the corner speed. Try and get some slipstream up towards the line. Over the line, or Stromek hasn't gone anywhere then apparently. I'm glad that they ghost riders that stop on the grid now. So they never used to, so you could just hit them. But if you stop for a long time, you get ghosted now, which is nice. I think they should just ghost people that are a lap down, to be honest. Would make it easier. Oh! Didn't intend to do that, so apologies, mate. I was trying to cut the inside, bit of contact. Oh, he's gone straight on anyway now. I know I can't be accountable for that, since the contact happened way before, and he just didn't brake, and that's why he fell off. So we've got 4.1 seconds, but we're not bringing that down, are we? So I think we're going to finish 5th in this last race. Oh, there's a bit of crash overhead though. Nonox up to 2nd. Uh, 3.1. We brought it down a bit, I think. I don't remember what it was at first. Through the last corner. Up towards the line. 26.3. What's the lap there? Italiano and Iban having a battle. Oh no, I've overtaken Iban as well. So I think he might have left the lobby. So we're now battling over P3. And we've brought it down from 3.1 to 2.2 in a pretty short space of time. So we've got to try and just put the pressure on. Hopefully there will be a mistake from him. Because we are pretty close to him now. It's just not close enough to launch an attack at this stage of the race, of course. 1.1, yeah, so we really have. We brought it down 2 seconds in like less than a lap. Ah, I've made a mistake. Yeah, I got a penalty as well, which doesn't help. Oh, he's lost it though. He's lost the rear. Oh, I've been collected in his accident almost. 10 seconds behind Nonox. But we've got 3 seconds to the guy behind, so we're going to actually get third in this last race, which is much better than I anticipated. I think Bob Rock's going to win this one. Actually, no. Oh, it's Zian. Is Bob Rock not in the lobby? He can't be in the lobby anymore then. Don't think I saw him in the race, actually. It would make sense. So towards the line we go. Third place on the last one. Nonox, pretty quick at Australia. That's for sure. It's quick at all the tracks, but 25 at Australia, it's very quick. But yes, I think that will be the last race. I know that I just said that really loud, and I feel like I do that sometimes. Like, I'll just go from being silent, and I'll be like, say this, but say it with vigour, and you say it really loud. And it just sounds really, really bad. But yes, like I said, I think that will be the last race. So thank you for watching the stream. It might take a couple of minutes to go offline. So hope everything goes smoothly. Thank you to anyone that watched, everyone that joined the lobby as well. Hope you had fun. I definitely did. GG Nonox as well. Well done on that second place. Do let me know what you thought of sort of the new overlay. Well, yeah, it's just a controller, but what you thought. Maybe it should be placed better or whatever. And if you want to see more streams. So yeah, like I said, I'll just sort of be ending the stream now. And hope you have enjoyed this one.